Bonjour, hi. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a while. This is not a coffee talk. I do have a mug in my hand, but it's tea because we are about to spill some tea. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't been here in a while and I feel bad. So I'm back for a monthly update for November update. November reset. That's what it's called. Whew. I haven't done a reset in a while. Actually, I believe that my last reset was an August reset or maybe a September reset. No, I believe it was an August reset. Yeah. I drank that. No, actually, it's still a little too hot. No, too hot. Okay. To be completely frank with you, for the past resets I've done, I used to plan it out or at least have some guidelines and have different categories. I would usually start off with a recap of the previous month. So in that case, it would be an October recap. And then I would go into November with certain goals and aspirations and things I would want to accomplish and a manifestation of the month. This time, I kind of wanted to do it differently. I just wanted to sit down and have a chat because yes, it is a monthly reset, but I also feel like this is going to act as just a general reset for multiple reasons because I keep on saying I've been busy and it is true. But part of the truth is I just haven't taken the time to sit down and do this. Actually, it's not entirely true. I've taken the time to sit down and do some things that I do enjoy, such as creating content, filming videos. And I have a few of them that are waiting to be edited. But this here is, yeah, it's going to be a little chit chat reset time. I guess a status of where I stand with everything in my life. And this is what the monthly resets would stand for anyway, but they were presented in a way that was more planned. But this one is just going to be a little chill out with my big pill here and my tea. So I guess with that being said, I'm still going to do a little recap of not only the previous month, but the previous months, because I've missed a couple of them on here. So assuming that the last one I did was an August reset, let's go back and take a look at the past 3 months, August, September, October. Yeah, that would add up. Again, I've said it, I've been busy. I've been working a lot. And I've been honestly feeling very satisfied with the professional aspect of my life. I need water. I don't need tea at the moment. I need water. As I was saying, a lot of my time in the past summer and fall has been taken by work. And it was a goal of mine for the month of October to, I guess, get a better sense of balance and try to recalibrate my life because I was spending a lot of time working and I knew that I couldn't really keep up with it because I'm a social gal. I love socializing. I've never been a workaholic, and I don't intend to be because I value people so much. I value my me time so much that even though I kind of would want to be a workaholic, I am not. That is not my reality, and I've realized that recently, and this is why I took the liberty, or I guess I made the choice to incorporate more of my social life into my schedule on a daily basis. I used to work until sometimes 10 p.m. at night. Well, yeah, obviously PM equals nighttime. But my point is I would start working in the morning and then I would just keep on working until I had to go to bed. But you guessed it. I could not keep up with it. And to be honest with you, I think I did that because I kind of wanted to prove myself that I could do it. And I kind of wanted to be busy because I didn't want to waste time, or I didn't want to feel like I was wasting time doing whatever else. And it kind of gave me an excuse to not do anything else, because, well, if you take a look back at this channel, I do have a series that is called the Quarter Life Diaries, which is pretty much me talking about the quarter life crisis I had this summer right before I turned 25. And I did a whole, I thought I had planned, oh boy, do I get into this? Okay. I set goals for myself during that time, and I had this great big vision of accomplishing so many things and of becoming this better version of myself, whatever that means. And I realized it was harder than I thought it would be, and it demanded a lot more effort, a lot more time, and a lot more energy than what I would have thought. And as much as I'm happy of where I am today, there are still some things that need to be improved. But the thing is, I wanted to improve everything at the same time. And it's kind of ironic because I mentioned that in one of the diaries. And yeah. I guess where I'm getting at is that working so much gave me an excuse not to put the effort into this whole thing, this whole plan. And it comes from a place of self-sabotage, and it comes from a place of controlling my own failure. And I've talked about this in, I think it was the second episode of the series, and it is real, it is true. I spoke the truth, and this is why I'm doing this reset today, because I wanted to take the time to sit down and talk about my plan for the upcoming weeks, including this whole thing. I plan on doing a separate video dedicated to that specifically, to come up this time with an actual plan, with like a why and a how. You know, I want to give myself some smart objective goal. Objective is a French word. So SMART goals, which is specific. What are the other? What does SMART stand for? Specific, manageable. Anywho, just to say that I kept myself busy for not necessarily the right reasons. And it's also because my social life and dating life was all over the place, and I kind of didn't want to like push myself to go out there and socialize and date. But that has changed in the past couple of weeks. Okay, we're getting into this. This is where the tea is about to be spilled. I made a whole video about this again, where I talked about why I deleted all dating apps. I think it was in the spring or in the summer. And I stand by what I said in that video. And I also did a whole other video about just dating in your 20s and why it's so, excuse the word, but it's fucked up. And it's funny because, well, it's not funny. I guess it's kind of sad that a lot of people resonated with what I had to say, and they related to my experience and what I've lived in the past and all the encounters that I've made, and what I just my general thought about dating and the dating apps and the dating scene and dating in your 20s and dating through like social media and everything. But I will be frank with you. I re-downloaded Hinge this past month in October, and I do feel a little guilty because I said I wouldn't re-download any of the apps, but then fall arrived with the fall season, which is also known as the cuffing season, and I felt really lonely at some point, and so one thing led to another. I re-downloaded Hinge. So yeah, I will say though that I took a different approach this time because of all the disappointment I've experienced in the past, and this time I didn't want to be disappointed. So I went into it without any expectations, and to my biggest surprise, it's it's been fun. I will say that. It's been fun. And without getting into too many details, because I cherish some sort of privacy and intimacy, I've made great encounters. I've met nice people, actually. And so I've just been enjoying it, and I hadn't enjoyed dating in a freaking while. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I am enjoying it now. And yeah, whatever happens will happen, and whatever doesn't. And this is just the way I see dating now. Will I be disappointed another time? Maybe, but I signed up for it. Quite literally, I created my my account, so I did set myself up for disappointment. But I also set myself up for where am I even going with this? Okay. Anyway, yeah. I have also intentionally tried to take more time to spend with some friends and with family, because these are the people that mean the most to me and who know me the best and who make me the happiest. And so I had to not see them to realize that, which is kind of a bummer, because I was pretty much seeing nobody except my sister because I live with her. But if it wasn't for us living together, I don't even know if I would have seen her. So as I said, I was feeling lonely, and I just like reconnected with this social part of my life, with this social part of who I am, because I said it, I'm a social gal, and I love to be surrounded with people. I love having conversations. I love exchanging. I just love spending time around people. This is what I was afraid of losing when I first started as a freelancer. I was afraid that, or I planned on working 24/7 for the first year. And it's been happening for the first couple of months, but now I'm settling into it and I'm finding this balance, and it's very rewarding because it proves me that what I'm doing is right. I don't know. I feel very proud of myself at the moment. Again, as I said, there are still some things that need improvement because I'm not perfect and I never will be, but I do take pride in where I am today and how my life is going. So that was a pretty good recap, right? I've also been really into tea. And I've been able to not snooze, and I'm very happy about that. I've been very good with my routine lately. Well, for the past week. Does that count? I think so. Hey, slowly but surely. So this said routine is definitely something I want to take with me into November. November, I cannot believe. Can you believe it? I cannot. I'm wearing this sleeveless sweater in full-on denial mode because also today it is 17 degrees on October 28th today. Yeah, that makes no sense. It's giving me a lot of environmental anxiety, but let's keep that for another time. So November is approaching, and we're a little less than 2 months away from Christmas. That's how I see it. I see November as the weird time between Halloween and Christmas. This is usually also where seasonal depression gets real, so I'm hoping it's not going to hit as hard this year. Last year was actually great. Last year, November was a great month for me. I was on sick leave, so I enjoyed life very much. What am I even saying? Honestly, I am just going into November 2023 with my arms wide open, welcoming whatever comes to me, with also listening to myself, to my body, to my mind, and respecting my own boundaries and my limits and my values. And as cheesy as it may sound, this is actually very important to me. And I think this month is going to be very crucial in how things go for me for the near future. This sounds very spiritual, but I feel I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point, but it's a work in progress that probably will never really end, but I'm getting a better sense of control and I feel more grounded than I did in August and September, for example, and I'm very happy about that. So I'm kind of like pretty much resetting myself now, getting my foundations stronger so I can go into this new month and the upcoming new year with more precise goals. And again, as I said, I'm going to do a whole other video about that. That's going to be part of the Quarter Life's diaries. But this is where I stand. I had to take a step back to just recollect myself and analyze everything and come up with an actual plan and not just like talk the talk and not walk. Yep. As opposed to what I would usually do for monthly resets where I would like set goals for myself. As I said, I'm just going into this with my arms wide open. I've started reading again, so I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be listening to podcasts. I'm going to be listening to music, going for a walk. I got myself a walking pad, which I'm very excited about. I'm very happy. I like walking when I work. It's so fun. I feel myself so much. I put on some music and it's like I'm on a catwalk. That's what I'm doing, you know? And I'm getting my steps in, but I do want to go outside because it's not so cold yet. So I do want to be going outside, and I'm very happy. I haven't spoken about this very much, but I've had a hip injury and like a whole leg injury kind of thing where I don't even know where it came from, and I had to go see my doctor. Wow, okay, I'm getting into a lot of details here, but where I was getting at is that I wasn't able to do all of the things that I wanted to do physically, and now that I'm not feeling the pain anymore, where I feel better about it. It's giving me a lot of empowerment to get back into working out and to move my body more freely and to dance around and go for walks and just enjoy. I took it for granted for so long, and being injured made me realize how I loved moving around, and I loved just randomly going for walks and doing the jump rope and going up the stairs and just laying in bed without my whole body hurting. So I'm very grateful that I feel better, and I hope it's going to stay that way for a little while. So that's what I plan on doing also in November. And on another happy note, I've been regaining some creativity. I felt like I had been lacking some creativity in my work, in my content creation, and I guess motivation came and played into it. But now I'm getting back on track. I'm feeling more inspired, more creative, and it just proves me that I'm on the right track and that I'm doing well. That's usually a pretty good indicator of me being well, as being inspired and feeling creative. So I'm happy that it's coming back and that I'm taking the time to film these, edit these. I always struggle with this word, these. I can say it alone, but when it's in a sentence and it's surrounded by other words, it just, yeah, sometimes my English is not Englishing. And last but not least, I know I said I didn't have a plan for this one, but I still want to end with a manifestation for this month. I want to manifest. What do I want to manifest? I kind of don't want to jinx myself either, but let's just say that I've been really in tune with my feminine energy, and I want to keep it that way for a little while. Do with that information what you will. And on that note, I'm going to wish you No. Wow. I was just about to end this like that. No. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I actually truly mean it when I say that, by the way. I know it's repetitive and I say it in every single outro that I do, but it started as an actual thing and it's still true. It's, yeah, whatever. So thank you for all of the above. Hopefully I have made a little difference in your day today. If you would like to make a difference in mine, you know what to do. Wow, this does feel like a coffee talk, but it's not. And I'm going to wish you a happy month of November and Bonne journée.